So let's talk about some beautiful behaviors that make men really addicted to a woman. Behaviors that actually draw the masculine into a woman and really kind of create a really healthy obsession. Okay, I know we kind of, you know, in the internet world, the word obsession has become scary. No, I don't want a man that's obsessed with me. God forbid. But can we be honest, girls? Don't we just love it when the guy that we're into has a little obsession with us? Don't we like it? So if you're that girl who really has never really had that feeling where a man is just obsessed with her and wants to spoil her and wants to give her the world and wants to give her everything she's ever wanted and just be the gentleman and show up for her the way he's never shown up for anybody. If you're that girl and that's never happened to you, then I really want you to keep watching this video, because when I'm in my comment section on Instagram, I did a reel that was talking about, you know, a green flag guy, okay? And the girls were like, that's never happened to me before. I've never had a man say, hey girl, you don't need your purse. I'm your purse. Let's go do this. I've never had a man who's like, baby, I can see you're upset. What can I do to make it better? None of these things have ever happened to you. Then I'm really sorry to hear it, because that's not the Black Swan experience. The Black Swan experience is as you grow and understand the Black Swan teachings, the Black Swan way, the Black Swan behavior, men will spoil you. Men will think of you as the most amazing, most unique woman on the earth. I know this. How? Because I've helped over 6,000 women heal their hearts and create amazing love lives, you know, and I have been doing this for over a decade. So I have reams and reams and reams of evidence that when a woman begins to do things the Black Swan way, she has a way of turning a man's soul into an adorer. Because men are actually looking for a woman they adore. This is not something they stumble into. Every man wants to be with a woman he is in awe of. And sadly, women no longer show up in the way that makes men adore them. Now men have kind of lowered their standards to, okay, we'll take the one that's not rude and easy enough to get on with. But a man wants a little bit more than just an easy woman. I mean, he'll settle for an easy one, but he wants a little bit more than an easy woman. He really wants to meet somebody that ignites him, inspires him, makes him want to be a better man, makes him feel more masculine, more capable, more competent. And that's what that encounter with the Black Swan does. It makes a man feel like, oh. And that's what I want to teach you in this video to do. So if you want to learn that, hang around long enough and hang on to the end, and I will teach you how to be that woman in this video. Okay, let's start off with softness and standards. This is the beautiful combination. This is like salt and sugar. It's a beautiful combination of maintaining your softness even as you set standards. You know, as women, when we set standards, we often do it like we're giving a man rules. And when we give a man rules, he feels like you're trying to control him, and that kills attraction. But staying soft and having standards is really about the I. I love it when this happens. I only go away with men that I'm in a relationship with. Oh, I thank you so much for inviting me. I only go away with the man I'm dating if I have my own room. I don't typically sleep with men that I'm not in a relationship with. That is a standard. That is not, no sir, you're not getting into my pants. And who do you think you are? You're not gonna fly me out just to entertain you, blah, blah, blah. When we say, I don't do that, no, if you think you're gonna sleep with me, you got another thing coming. Okay, that, darling, is not the level of softness that is required. It's so important that you prefix your standards with softness and manners and sweetness. I say to the girls in the House of Swans all the time, delightful. I want you to say it after me, be delightful. Okay, so it looks a little bit like, for instance, oh, I'd love to take you off to Italy, Chengi. You know, you'd love this and you'd love that. When are you available for me to take you to Italy? Oh, Johnny, thank you so much for thinking of me. And that sounds delightful. It sounds amazing to be able to do that. That would make me so happy. Of course, I would love to come, as long as I can have my own space, because I don't date, I don't travel with men I'm not in a relationship with. Oh, I don't travel with men I'm not married to. Oh, I don't travel with men I'm not engaged to. Whatever your standard is for sexual access, you let him know. But guess what? That was done softly. I didn't lay down the law. I didn't make him feel like his suggestion was some kind of trap. I know. I know exactly why he wants to take me to Italy. He wants to take me to Italy so he can enjoy Italy and have sexual access and enjoy the girlfriend experience. But that's not what I want. I am dating for commitment. I want his respect. I want him to respect me, because men cannot fall in love with a woman they do not respect. And so I'm prepared to forego a luxurious Italian holiday just so that I can make it clear that being respected and respecting myself is way more important than any experience a man can give me. Once a man understands, and I want you to listen to me really carefully. Once a man understands that you will always value your standards, respect, over and above anything he can offer you, now he has respect for you. Now you are thrilling. Now you are a cut above the rest, because he has never yet met a woman who is simply prepared to say no to the things that she may want in exchange for the respect that she needs. That man will spoil you rotten. Or maybe you're not the kind of girl that gets those kind of offers. Maybe it's a date somewhere you've always wanted to go. Maybe it's an opportunity to see something you've always wanted to see locally, or, it doesn't have to be a big whatever. Or maybe you just want to see him. You just really like him and you want to spend more time with him, building that bond and enjoying that oxytocin in his presence. Maybe you just really want to kiss. But the offer is not right. The offer compromises you. And you are caught between, I really want to spend time with him. I really want that hug. I really want that kiss. But I really need his respect. I really need to say, thank you so much for inviting me for that movie at your house. I would love to Netflix and chill. I only do that though with men that I'm in a committed relationship with. So I'm happy to do something in public or whenever you are available to ask me out. When you show that softness, that delicate, you don't bite his head off, you don't give him the rules, you become catnip. You become the woman that he's never met before. She did not need to shame me, embarrass me, gotcha me. Gotcha, I see what you're trying to do, sir. She didn't do any of that. She simply communicated elegantly, kindly, and sweetly that she would not do it. She thanked me for inviting her. She thanked me for the thought. He knows what you're doing. He knows that you're not disrespecting yourself, you're not disrespecting him, and he knows that you value your standards so much because he knows that you like him. He knows that your body likes him. He knows that you had a good time. Now it's up to him to get it together. I had a client of mine who was dating this guy, and oh my goodness, he was so fine. He was so fine. And he decided that for a second date, he was gonna knock on her door. And he said, I wanna come and see you. When can I come and see you? And she said, I would love to see you. It would be amazing to spend time together. However, I've been in all day and I would love to do something outside of my home. Let me know when you're available to plan something and I would be happy to be there. Of course, he was rather annoyed. He was pissed off because obviously he wanted access. But guess what he did? He disappeared for a few days, like some of them will do when they're sulking, because he wasn't expecting to invest that much time and effort, okay? He disappears for a few days, and guess what? The next time he resurfaces, he's made a plan. Yes, he has. He's made a plan, and he's getting ready to pick her up. You see, you have to be prepared to stay soft and hold your standards. That means going without, forfeiting some of the things that you would want to make it clear that your respect is not up for negotiation. Next thing that makes a man become addicted is playfulness. Are you playful? Can you come into the room with a lighthearted energy? Men live stressful lives. So do we as women. But when they are wanting to engage with a woman and invest in a woman, that woman, when she's in her feminine essence, makes him forget about the day he's had. Her smile, her effervescence, her lightheartedness, her playfulness, that girl energy for a minute distresses him. He doesn't have to think about the big decisions. He can just get lost in your world. He can get lost in your playfulness. And so girls, if you're not in a playful mood, if you're not feeling good, don't go on the date. Go on the date when you know you can show up feeling great. And that doesn't mean you always have to be playful and happy, but what does he think of you when you're not there? Does he think of you as his safe harbor, as his calm place, as his happy space? What are you? You don't always have to be Miss Happy Clappy if that's not your personality, but what are you? Are you his warm place? Are you the place where you can just be together and chill and nobody has to talk because it's just easy like that? When he thinks about you as a woman, what's the one thing you want to leave in his mind about what your environment says? Because the feminine is the environment that a man walks into. That's why men are into us for our being, not our doing. He doesn't need a girl to be cooking, cleaning, setting a table. All that is nice, and men will take advantage of comfort. When you cook for a man, do his laundry, make his life easy, clean his house, you are offering that man comfort. But when you want to be so very important and prioritize in a man's mind, you don't need to do. Your being has to be, when you come to me, we are calm. When you come to me, things are easy. When you come to me, I will keep your secrets. When you come to me, we're gonna dance, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna let you forget about it all. I'm not gonna come and hit you with what needs to happen, hit you with what I want, hit you with what my needs are. I am going to be the place where you find rest, where you find peace, where you find calm. And how do I do that? By being that for myself, by enjoying it for myself. You know, I had a client and she was coming into her healing era. She had done the work. She was in her healing. And the guy she was dating came over to pick her up for a date. And she had been dancing to the music she likes. And she'd been vibing. And so he walks into this atmosphere where the music is good. The lights are dim. She's dancing. She's having a good time. She's just really grooving and in her essence, because she wanted to, not because she was waiting for him to come, not because she had got into her healing era where she realized serving her needs, giving herself joy, listening to music that made her smile was really one of the most important things she could ever do for herself. And when he came into that environment, oh my goodness, he was addicted to her. He's like, is this how you've been spending your day? Oh my, he was enthralled because he's come from a heavy day at work and he comes into this atmosphere that she's created. He was hooked and obsessed. She didn't serve him a meal. She didn't offer her body to him. She didn't do any of those things. She just created an environment for herself where she could find peace, calm, and joy. And all she did was offer him the overflow. That is a feminine power at its height. And the next thing is self-respect. We've touched on it earlier. Do you respect yourself above and beyond anything in the world? What will you sacrifice for your self-respect? You're gonna be like catnip to a man when you show him, I respect me above everything and anything. I will always choose self-respect. I will always choose self-respect above anything. That is a woman he is hooked on. Hooked. Last but definitely not least is emotional safety. Is he safe with you? Are you going to shame him when he shares something intimate? Are you going to make fun of him? Are you going to laugh at him? Are you going to make him feel like he isn't enough? When a man shares and he's figuring out if you're a safe space, he's going to share something small, something he can afford to be laughed at and joked about and all the things. He's going to share something deep about himself, maybe something he wouldn't have shared otherwise. And then he's going to observe how you take it. I had a client and she was dating this amazing, sexy, juicy young man, much younger than her, but this man just adored her. One day he came in and he said to her, you know, when I was younger, I was really naughty and I kind of really wanted to take care of my mom and my sisters and all the things. And, you know, I spent some time in jail. And he looked at her and she turned around and said, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you and that you felt you had to do that. How long were you in jail? He told her, and she said, and what did you learn from that whole experience? And he told her, and she said, you know, I'm so proud of you. You not only went to jail, but you've come out and you've made an amazing man of yourself. I really feel like you're an inspiration and you're going to do great things with your life. In that moment, she'd earned his trust. She had become an emotionally safe place. And that woman became his literal obsession. Because he knew that no matter what I share with her, it's not going to be met with ridicule. It's not going to be met with, I don't date guys who've been in prison. It's not going to be met with shame. He's not going to be guilted. He's not going to feel embarrassed. He's going to feel understood. When you can be a safe space for a man, when he can feel safe around you, baby girl, you have an obsessed man who will treasure you and will love you. He will see you as different from everybody else. You may not be the prettiest girl in the room, the smartest girl in the room, but you're gonna be his girl and he's gonna have your back. So I am so glad I was able to help you, and I hope that you put all of this in practice. And if you need any help for one-to-one, follow the link in the description, join the House of Swans, or make that call. I look forward to seeing you soon. In the meantime, do take care of you. Bye-bye. Hey beautiful, thanks for watching. If you are looking to attract or deepen the kind of love that feels safe and lasting, click the first link in the description. It's a 30-day challenge to reset your love life.